My name is Vinpin. You can call me Vin or Vincent. Just simpler names, basically. But just kind of small, short video to introduce myself fully. Compared to the three past videos, this is, I wanted to say, my full introduction into the YouTube career. And I'll be here, hopefully, for as long as I can, but it won't be a constant rate for a bit. I'll disappear here and then. But either way, hello. It's surprising to me that I'm getting here. I'm starting this small, this tiny journey, I guess. This introduction into this world of content, I guess. I've wanted to do YouTube since I was introduced to it and since I was small, basically, when I was a kid. I watched YouTube creators for a large portion of my life, and it's gotten me in trouble. It's gotten me far. It's gotten me places that I would have never imagined. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy that I got here. I'm happy that I am the person I'm here because I get to do this. And because I am interested in this stuff. I'm interested in what I want to do here. And if that's not obvious from the three videos, if you haven't seen them already, are gaming, art, and just plain and all having fun. Because that, I think, is what is the important part of this, is the fact that this is all mainly for fun. This is all to have fun time, to share my experiences and stuff that I would have wished as a younger kid I could have. Yeah. I never thought I would get this far. I never thought that this dream of being a creator would have ever happened. I thought it was just a passing want. And I hope in the future I get to share more of what I want to share here. And for a little bit of a sneak peek, I guess, that's a bit of music, it's a bit of art, more art than I have currently shown, more art than I have done. I would love to dive into music. I would love to share music. I'd love to dive into animation, into showing you guys game development process when I get into that. If I get into that. I hope to God I will. I hope that I will eventually. The reason why I will be gone is for that to begin with. But I guess let's start with how I got here and what inspired me to do this. I was around middle school, maybe elementary, and my aunt showed me a video of a YouTuber. And he's big, he's popular, he's well known. But what I got from that was his short little video, I Love Space. I believe that's the name. And that somehow snowballed into this fascination into wanting to do this. I watched this creator. till now, from that early of an age, I have watched him through and through. I have seen a lot of the stuff he's been through. I may not be a diehard fan of him. I might not know everything, but sure as hell have I been there through a lot of the big moments. And I think that without that small interaction between my aunt and me, I would never be here. I would have never wanted to do this fully. I would have never been so enthralled by this, so inspired to try to do this, that this would have never happened. So that moment for me is important here, because it sets the grounding foundation for this drive, for this want, for this care about this stuff, this want to be here. And there's so much more than that. There's so much more than that that drives me into this, that is inspiring this whole thing. But that is a major part on why I'm here. One of the reasons why I'm here. The main reason. But that's, I think, a little bit. I think that's just enough that's needed for now. At least for a little bit of information about why I'm here. Now on the what. Gaming, of course. I'm not a big artist, not a big music person. Well, content making art and making music. But what I am really fond of and what I love as one of my favorite things to do is game. And that's one of the things I'm doing here. I'm going to be gaming for you several of the games that have caught my interest, that have inspired me, and that have piqued my interest. And as you can already tell, the few games that I've already shown have been GTFO and Pacific Drive. But other ones I plan to show and ones I plan to play are Prey. God, I'm flatlining here. Halo, which is important, to say the least to me. Some Lethal Company, some Lockdown Protocol, some friend games, a lot of friend games. I intend to play a lot of games that are together. Warframe is a game that I want to dabble in a little bit here, but with the contents of it being a very grindy and very time-consuming game, it wouldn't be a very common thing I do. Ark, Survival Ascended, and Ark Raiders are games that I am wanting to do on this as well. They've come across my mind. And just about anything I find fun that I have, those are the ones that come to mind. I do, I will not be ashamed to say, I think a lot of us do it, but I will also be playing a bit of Roblox, and, just play and record all of that fun shenanigans for you. Yeah. That's about it. I don't think I can go into much depth about the reasoning behind right now. Besides a few of the games, on why I want to play a few of the games. And I guess I can do that now. For hell of a reason, I guess. The few of the games on this list are games that have been inspiring and have changed my perception in my life for better in my eyes. And one of those most important ones to bring up is Halo. Now, I want to say specifically Halo 4 because that was the first game I was introduced to. But it's the first game that I was brought into this world of gaming, and that's why it's so significant to me. And I plan on playing through all the Halo games. I plan on playing through all of them. Because hell if I'm not. Because boy oh boy are they fucking gems to play through. So, all of you will gladly see my absolute aiming skill in Halo. But the reason why Halo, especially Halo 4, is most important to me is because when I was young and just getting into the ripe age for this, my father took us out, took the whole family out, and me and him, for the rest of this entire shopping trip, just watched and stood there and played the demo or the little demo for Halo 4. Right there, just before we left, he bought the game and bought he bought the game. We were playing it on an Xbox 360 at the time. So we had one at the time, but it wasn't really used for much. But he bought it that day. And I played through it so many times. I have beat it so many times. I have enjoyed that game. And it is the game. It is the franchise. It is the world. It is the setting that got me into what I enjoy. Into sci-fi, into space, into this world of gaming. And for how bad people say Halo 4 is, it sits good in my heart. It deserves that little throne of where it sits. And that's the reason on why I will play what I play here. And that's an amazing part of my life, and it's an important part because it's another snowball effect that went so far than I thought it would have when I originally thought of it the first time. It stretched so far into my life that I don't think I could have ever really gotten rid of that part of me. And what follows that line next is Prey. Although I've spoiled myself on Prey, and I've very much cheated my way through the information of it, because at the time when I learned about it, I didn't have access to get access on it to play it myself fresh. So I do plan on playing it for you all, because this game's story, its setting, the way the world is built, the way the setting, the entire game itself, the story behind it, the reasoning behind everything was so thought out. Everything was so driving. And this Prey was brought into my life a lot later, I was sitting around late middle school, early high school when I was introduced to it. And my perception of story was changed. My idea of how detailed a world has to be to feel good has changed because of that. And that's one of the other games I plan on playing. And if you're looking forward to that, I plan on playing it on the hardest possible difficulty possible. And even possibly to make it more of a hell on myself is to 100% the game on that harder difficulty. Well, at least as 100% as I can within 1 second. So, if that's something you're interested for, I'll start that soon, but you're probably gonna have to wait a little bit for that one. But besides that, I don't really think I can go into depth about anything else that's really that much. I think that those two games are specific to bring up is because of how much of an impact they've had on me and my reasoning on why I wanted to do this type of content. Why I wanted to do gaming and recordings and this version of stuff. But I think it's time to pass it because I've been talking about this for a little too much. I think a good call out to go down into it is about the people I play with. And the people I'm gonna be the people you're gonna be seeing besides me, my glorious voice, and my glorious face. One that will stick out, and the few that will stick out, is the all almighty Tunod, the King of Donuts. He has so far been a very reoccurring character, and he will continue to be because he is the best. The best. He is the King of Donuts, of course. So, there it is. Other than that, you have my angel deer, who will be joining me on some games, as you've seen on GTFO. She has joined us on that. She'll probably join us on many other multiplayer games. I probably might attempt doing a Terraria Calamity mod for the first time. So she'll probably be there with others, but there's that. Then we have Oreo. I think to rightfully say as the cringer or gooner of this team. You haven't seen them yet. Probably won't for a little bit, but you'll see them. They're amazing. They're great friends. They've helped me through a lot of tough times, and I think it'll be pretty interesting for you all to see. Then we have the mighty old fool, Jesty. It's another person you've never met before, but it's another person I definitely plan on playing. Another person I plan on hanging out and gaming with. And this is a very important friend to me. You'll definitely see a lot of it. And we got the Glorious Shade, or the, well, I like to say me copy, is our demented and very capitalistic friend who will conquer a whole server just because he wants to take over the market on Netherite. And that's not going to sound there's no context for that. I'm just going to say that blatantly as is. Man's evil in some places. And the people that I'll be playing with that you guys will have access to supporting, and I will insist that you support. And one I'll be playing with rather soon here is Teshin, or just Tesh for me. But there's a little link for y'all. And she does a lot of art content, and that's one of the reasons why I want to do art content, is because of a lot of support from her. But also, She does a little bit of streaming, and I think she's wanting to do streams. She's wanting to do gaming stuff, and I just hell of a thought just said, "Fuck it, why don't I join you? Why don't I ask?" And she just said, "Why not?" So sooner or later, you're gonna see a Teshan and me, me in stream with a few other friends. Another friend of mine that you'll all probably have access to supporting and all access to helping is Halum, or as we call him, Adian. And here's another link to him. Definitely should also support this guy as well. If you don't already. One of the reasons I would love to do more content with him and do content with him in general is because he's funny as fuck, has comedic timing, and the man's fucking colorblind. So that makes up for very funny video recordings. So, hell with it. We're gonna do some recordings with him. And for a friend of mine who is starting to pick up their feet a little bit on the creating content themselves, as fact, and for a friend that is great to me as well, is Atomic Games. Or, well, as I call him, Michael. Because, I don't want him to leave me here. But he also will probably ended up doing a lot of gaming content as well. A lot of streaming content. And just hello supporting him. That's all. It's just, I believe that every person has a chance and needs a chance to be supported enough to get their feet picked up. And to get into this ground of where we are. But that's all most of the people that come off the top of my head that I'll be gaming with, chilling with, doing art with, literally about anything. So, that's that for now, though. So, I think it's about time, though, we start talking about my character. Who, the development process of this was a while. It took me around 8 years to fully develop Riku, my avatar, my model for all of you. And I'm happy that it came out so damn well. Came out so well. And I plan on working on him ever so more passively, giving you guys more and more models to work off of with different outfits, different expressions, different all that. But the process it took to get here was a hell of a trip. It took, again, 8 years to get here. And it all started with a little Fox inspiration of some GIF, some little sticker I saw. I inspired to do an image, and it started spiraling off of that. And even before that, I was creating images for this character in my head. And it was recently until now that I've had the ability to share and make an actual design for them. And man, the process took a minute. It took me about a week to design him, to get him to this point. A week to design this drawing of him. And I'm so happy. And if you were paying attention to the video, and I hope you guys were doing that, but man, am I gonna talk about some of the assets I might have over calculated on that. Might have needed to tone that down a bit a little while ago. Probably should have done it a while back before how late I did. It was a minute. minute of my life doing this. And it's like, wow, it came out so well, and I think that's one of the it's the reason why I perceived I've gotten so far is because I've gotten to this point. I've made a set design now. I know what I'm doing, and I can't wait to see how far I'll go. And I hope that the rest of you can watch this progress, can watch me travel the rest of the way, and to finally finally continue something and to start something that I've wanted to start for a while. And as shown now, the pendants all are the games that have inspired me throughout my life. And it's just little close-ups, I guess, for now. But I'm gonna have to cut this short. So, thank you. Thank you all so much. And for all of those who watch to the end, to watch for the rest of this, thank you so much. I cannot wait to see how far we go.